Honorable Men Discord. DJ Funkmaster Flex has some words for T.I. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So let's go straight to it. I came across this, and this whole thing between 50 Cent and T.I. and T.I.'s sons has gotten out of control. And trust me when I tell you, I don't plan on posting another episode on this unless there's something substantial to report, because it's getting wacky. You know, you have T.I.'s youngest son wearing a t-shirt of 50 Cent's mother, all after 50 Cent took his post down. 50 Cent, last time I checked when I recorded this episode, he has nothing pertaining to that family. He might have had something, but he may subtly be speaking about them. He had a photo of Marlon Brando from The Godfather, and he said something. He had a line underneath there, but nothing directed specifically towards the Harris family. But they're still making records. I believe at the time of this recording, T.I. was up to 3 songs, and then I want to say his eldest son put out a record with the photo of the burning house that 50 allegedly burned down from his baby mother. That record actually, from the cadence that I heard and from the way he's rhyming, it sounded pretty good. It seemed like he intentionally tried to sound like Andre 3000. I mean, let me know in the comments. Maybe that's how he actually sounds, but nevertheless, that record, out of all the records, that record seemed like the best one out of the Harris household. But let's get straight into this. Funkmaster Flex had something to say over the airway not too long ago, so I'm going to play that, and I'm going to go into one of 50's recent posts at the time of this recording. So let's get into it.
King of the South, who lied to you? Your catalog ain't what Wayne's catalog is. Your catalog ain't Ludacris's catalog. Your catalog ain't even Ross's catalog. And listen, bro, your catalog ain't 2 Chainz's catalog. You is not king of the South. Listen, Gucci, Jeezy, there's a lot of stuff in front of you. Remember, Swiss Beats made you who you are when he did that song with you, and you had those Jay-Z vocals. The East Coast made you. You got a cosign to start your career, because that 24s was trash. You watch your mouth when you talk about what's going on over here. When you ain't got no bars, you are a swag rapper. And when you step in that ring with Jeezy, the streets is gonna tell you exactly who you are in those comments. Cause I'm gonna tell you. And listen, albums ain't worthy against 50 Cent's first album. None of your catalog compares to Busta Rhymes' catalog. Nice try with the dinosaur talk and everything else. That all sounds good when you don't want to step in the ring. You know what them records sound like. You've been in that club when them Busta Rhymes records come on in that club. Don't act like you don't. Stop it. And you ain't king of the South. Who lied to you? Your catalog ain't what Wayne's catalog is. Your catalog ain't Ludacris's catalog. Your catalog ain't even Ross's catalog. And listen, bro, your catalog ain't 2 Chainz's catalog. You is not king of the South. Listen, Gucci, Jeezy, there's a lot of stuff in front of you. Remember, Swiss Beats made you who you are when he did that song with you, and you had those Jay-Z vocals. The East Coast made you. You got a cosign to start your career, because that 24s was trash. You ain't got no bars. You are swag. You ain't.
All right, Funkmaster Flex went in. First thing I gotta ask those of you watching this is, should radio DJs get involved in this back and forth? Should radio DJs get involved in this back and forth? The reason why I say that is because then it kind of, I believe radio DJs are biased anyway, but it sort of shows a bias, because with him doing this, you know, as an artist, you want to believe that, you know, you have connections in all the major cities, and to have Funkmaster Flex siding with 50 Cent, maybe because he actually believes 50 Cent is better than T.I. And I'm not here to say whether or not 50 Cent is better than T.I. Actually, I'm going to say it. I think 50 Cent's catalog is better than T.I.'s. But again, when you get a radio DJ involved in the back and forth, it kind of puts a bias and it sends a bad message to those artists that are in other states that would want their record played in New York, because it makes you say, oh, if this DJ doesn't like me because I'm from this region, will my record not get the just due? It's just plays. So I personally don't think DJ should get involved. I don't think there's anything wrong with the DJ having the two artists on at separate times to speak about what their gripes are. But for the DJ themselves to get involved, I don't think it's a good look. That's just my first take on it. But let's get into this next thing I have. This is actually from 50 Cent's page. This is his most recent post at the time of this recording. So let's get into it.
I got something for your ass. Keep thinking I'm pushing. You a gangster, but you never pop nothing. We say you a wankster, and you need to stop running. You ain't a friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. What makes you think that I'm gonna run up on you with the nine?
I don't give a fuck. They say the person across the street, they look at you, they don't like you from across the street. Some people feel the need to go across the street to say why I'm a good person. I genuinely don't give a fuck about how those people feel about me across the street because they don't care about me.
Nigga, fucking faggot. I do more than talk that I motherfucking walk that. Blue Yankee cat back, fuck around and clap that. I sleep with the stainless, I walk with the stainless. Man, everybody know about 50, I'm famous.
I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem.
These niggas. That's the doors to bust. Nigga.
So let me get straight to it. That was Strong Enough off of 2009's Before I Self Destruct. And, you know, people will say this album was part of the decline of 50 Cent, but I'm going to say it like this. Regardless how you feel about 50 Cent's catalog, he's a globally known artist. He can go outside of the U.S. and pack arenas. All right? Can T.I. do that? And I like T.I.'s music, but, you know, I've been going back and forth on a separate platform with some people about this. And yes, there's a little bias because I'm from New York, particularly Queens. But I'm also a fan of rap music, so I'm gonna call it like I hear it, not see it. I'm gonna call it like I hear it. And 50 Cent, that Strong Enough record from Before I Self Destruct, that's the pocket I like to hear 50 in. And all his songs that are in that pocket, he's unmatched. When it's the non-radio songs, that's the 50 that I like. I get it. I understand why Aftermath put out certain records, because I think those records are what caught the ear of the world, right? So there was a need for In the Club. But 50 Cent, the 50 Cent that I enjoy is the 50 Cent from the Who Kid mixtapes, the G Unit songs, various songs. I'm not gonna say every record blew my mind when I heard it, but Strong Enough off of Before I Self Destruct is one of my favorites off of that album. And I actually like Crime Wave. Then Days Went By. The second song off of Before I Self Destruct, that's the pocket I like to hear 50 Cent in. And those pockets, T.I.'s not seen them for me, because those are the records I go to. I get it with the verses. Most likely T.I. would expect him to put on the stuff like Baby By Me and stuff like that, and Disco Inferno. Those songs resonate in the club. They have a place for it. You know, they work in certain places, but those aren't even the records that to me make 50 Cent a better artist than T.I. for me. Like replay value is the songs like I just mentioned. That's the pocket I like to hear 50 Cent in. But since we're talking about this Funkmaster Flex, since we're talking about Funkmaster Flex in this episode, I stand on what I said. I don't think DJs should insert themselves in these type of things because it puts a bad message out there for artists who would like their records played in regions that they don't live in, because it shows a bias, which I knew this bias existed anyway. We saw this bias years ago between Nas and Jay-Z when they had the Takeover versus Ether. There was bias that was helping Takeover push forward, and you could deny that. Takeover, by all accounts, was a phenomenal record, but I believe Ether was solely made for Jay-Z, whereas Takeover, Jay-Z glazed over, Mobb Deep and Nas towards the end of the record. It wasn't made specifically for Nas, which that in itself put Jay-Z at a disadvantage, whereas Ether was specifically made, I'm coming for you, Jay-Z, and he delivered. And that's why I believe Ether was a no-brainer. But at the time, as far as radio play, it seemed like Funkmaster Flex was trying to help Jay-Z win that battle, which I believe it was a no-brainer. Ether won. But that's the reason why I don't think DJs should get involved. They should try not to. But we could call it human error because they're human beings. They like who they like. But to publicly get involved in something that has nothing to do with you, T.I., to my understanding, didn't say anything about Funkmaster Flex. So Funkmaster Flex saying that over the radio, I didn't think that was a good look. But that's just my take on this. If you think it was a good look, let me know why you think it was a good look. But that's all I have on this episode. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, on your way out, hit the like button. And as always, stay honorable.